What is going on, world? Another episode of the APP, the Anthony Presley Podcast. I'm going to talk to the ladies on this one real quick. Don't be mad at me, ladies. Feel me on this one. Through my experience and through my observation of other people's experience, this is a mistake that a lot of you women make when it comes to having issues or a dispute or a possible breakup, or maybe you did break up. But any type of disgruntled situations that you have with your man in a relationship, here's a mistake that a lot of you women make. And it's not to say that some men don't do it, but we talking about the women right now. The problem that a lot of y'all do is you have the lack of understanding that in relationships, right? No relationship is perfect. There's always going to be ups and downs in every relationship on different levels for different reasons. The average relationship, there's going to be breakups and makeups, right? Or sometimes just issues. You may not break up, but you're going to have those issues. You're going to have ups and downs. And in some situations, you'll separate, you'll take a break. I don't understand that whole let's take a break thing, but it happens. You'll take a break or you'll just break up and then you end up back together. Most relationships go through that in some form or fashion. The mistake a lot of women have this thing where it's hard to put my finger on it. Don't get mad at me, women, and kick me in the nuts. I'm kind of teetering into the lane of like women, most women, not all, just hear me out. Most women seem to exhibit on some level narcissistic traits. Women always want to be right. Women always think they're right. Women always think they're what's best for a child. Women always think they're better than their man. Women always talk down to their man. Women always think their men are just morons. Right? Even more so when you start going through issues, then all of a sudden he's the worst, right? Why are you with him? What led you to being his girl or his wife if he's so terrible? Not to say that a man can't become terrible. Okay, it was cool in the beginning, then he starts cheating or then he starts putting his hands on you. And so I get that part. But women always have this need to put on a show. Right? To get sympathy, to get pity, to be right, to express their side to any and everybody. Women always have that need, right? So the mistake a lot of you guys make, a lot of you women make, by you guys, I just meant people, but I'm talking about women here, is that when you go through issues, you have a disagreement, you have an argument, whether you break up or it's just an argument and you're still together, y'all always feel the need to express that outwardly, publicly, to everybody. You have the women that will run straight to social media and they're doing stories about their man or about the situation. They're posting about it on Facebook. They're posting about it on Instagram. Y'all will sit for hours and try to find a meme that fits how you feeling and you'll post that. You know, like people don't know you're talking about your man. Right? You run to your brother, your sister, your daddy, your mommy, your grandma, whoever. You run to your friends. They'll dig up some old guy friend, or you have a guy friend you run into, co-workers, you in the church gossiping and talking about your man. Like some people, some women, y'all make that mistake, right? There's a quote that says, during those type of issues, relationship issues, okay, or just you talk to your man, meaning you run to your man, you work it out with your man, or you discuss it with your man, even if you like, you know what, it's getting too heated right now. Look, let's just agree to disagree right now. We'll revisit this later. And maybe you come back hours later or the next day when y'all are a little bit calmer. All right, look, can we sit down and have this talk? I didn't want to keep yelling and screaming, blah, 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 blah. You get back to it. Or if you I'm not trying to preach, but then you pray on it or you go to God. So there's a quote that says, you don't run to another man or your friends, right? You run to your man or to God, right? And that's a huge mistake that a lot of y'all women make. You run to everybody else in the world, putting your business out there, putting your man out there, throwing your man under the bus, instead of you talking to your man and figuring it out with your man. Because 9 out of 10, like I said, most relationships, all relationships, go through ups and downs. Some result in a breakup. 9 out of 10, you're going to get back together. Most relationships go through that phase where it's the breakup, makeup phase. Okay? This is what happens. This is what you're doing. When you're trying to get your story out first, you're trying to save face, no matter whose fault it was, you're trying to save face, you're trying to get your story out, you're trying to get sympathy, pity. You're effectively creating a wedge between you, between your man, and between everybody in the outside world that you love and care about. Okay? When you go and you gossip about your man to another man, to your coworkers, the church, the gym, wherever the hell you at, your family, your friends, what you're doing is you're promoting negativity about your man to all these people that you supposedly care about or supposedly care about you. Right? And a lot of y'all women, y'all will go on and on about it. You posting it on social media. You are promoting negativity about your man. How do you think these people you're talking to are going to perceive your man? Like, how are they going to view your man, right? They're going to learn to grow hate or dislike for that man, right? You will effectively turn them against that man, and they think that they're just helping you. They don't know no better. It's not their fault. They're going off what you say. And a lot of times, a lot of you women exaggerate or completely lie, or you never include your part into in the story. It's always what he said, what he did. And you women have this thing where they try to make themselves like they just perfect. And a lot of times, y'all be the ones that cause problems or a big part of the problem, and you never include that into the story. So, of course, your friends are going to be like, no, get away from him. We don't like him. You know, people will be like, oh, I swear I'm not going to be your friend if you get back with him. But you as the woman, you cause that. The friend is not in the wrong because the friend's thinking they're helping you and giving you sound advice based off what you told them. Same with the family members. Okay? The church may just tell you to pray on it. You know what I'm saying? If they are legit, you know, they shouldn't be indulging in gossip and being negative. They should be giving you sound advice, positive advice. You know, co-workers. Everywhere you go that you're spreading this negativity about your man, you're causing a wedge. Now, you have effectively trained all your peoples to not like this man for whatever reason. Right? Then what happens when y'all get back together? Keep in mind, 9 out of 10, most relationships go through the ups and downs. Most relationships go through the breakup and makeup. Now, y'all done talked. Y'all done had makeup sex. Now y'all back together. Now, you're embarrassed that you're back with him. Not because he's embarrassing, because you know you don't want around spreading a bunch of lies or spreading half-truths or throwing him under the bus to everybody. They've already made their mind up. We don't like this guy. Based off what you told them. So now you back with him, and now you put yourself in the middle of a hard situation. You back with the guy, you love the guy, but now you have this whole other side, this whole other world of people that don't like him. And it's your fault why they don't like him. So now it's like, what ends up happening is you play this little pity pat game where like you try to on the low be with your man and you try to keep your man and that relationship separate from everything else, you're trying to hide it because you don't know how to make it mix again. You don't know how to bring everything full circle back together again because you created this mess because you went around doing too much instead of being a private person, keeping your stuff in between you and your man and figuring it out. You put everything out. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was all true or whether it was a half truth, whether it was lies, exaggerations, you did too much. So now people are going to start getting hints here and there like, wait a minute. They may suspect you back with them. You're nervous to be honest about it. You effectively created a wedge in between y'all. Now there's weirdness. And eventually the man's going to start noticing it. He's going to start noticing it feels like you hiding him. It feels like you sneaking around with him. You trying to keep the fact that y'all back together a secret. You're doing that because you were embarrassed that you went around gossiping about your man. Now you back with your man. Now you put yourself in a hard place where you don't want to have to explain it to everybody else that you told all this stuff to. Because they're going to be looking at you like, wait a minute. You said this about this guy. Now you back with him? Then you put yourself in a hard spot because now you back all in love and now you offended because your people still feel away about the man and they going to have things to say. You bringing chaos right back into the relationship. You've effectively brought chaos right back into the relationship because y'all couldn't peacefully just mesh back together and go into the sunset. You got all this drama around your relationship now because you ran your mouth, which is an unloyal thing to do, first of all. Okay, you're supposed to honor your man and respect your man. Y'all gonna go through ups and downs. That's a given. Most men, like I said, some men do it, okay? But we talking about women. But most men don't do that. We got honor and pride, right? We don't want people knowing things about us in our relationship because it's embarrassing, number one, right? If I find out my girl's cheating, why would I want everybody to know that? Especially if I know I may forgive her and get back with her. Why would I put that out there? Now, everybody is going to think, oh, she's some kind of hoe. And then I'm back with her and now I look stupid. Damn, you got back with her? Really? She's just going to cheat on you again. Then now you got to hear everybody talking about your girl and you're going to be frustrated. But it's your own fault. You put it out there. And that's the mistake a lot of you women make. Okay? Stop trying to get attention. Stop trying to go on these pity tours. Stop bagging on your man. Stop dogging your man. Stop throwing your man under the bus. If you really love that man, okay, understand that life's not perfect. Relationships aren't perfect. You're going to go through ups and downs. Handle it in a mature fashion. If y'all decide that it really is the end and you're just going to break up for good, so be it. Even then, it's nobody's business. Hey, we just didn't work out. We argued too much. Blah, blah. Keep it short, sweet, and simple, and you just move on. Because you never know. Even then, you may rekindle years later. But when you put so much out there, you put so much dirt out there, you make it hard when y'all go to rekindle. Because now you got a whole world of other people that feel a way about the man. And now he's on his toes and have anxiety because he don't know exactly what you've been telling him. And it's not going to be, trust me, you didn't tell the 100% truth. Okay? Because you want to look right. You want people to feel sorry for you. So y'all got to stop doing that. You bring drama and negativity back into your world, back into your relationship. Be private, okay? Run to God. Pray on it. Watch some tutorials. Get some relationship tips. Those are the times that you get closer to your man, right? Try to be calm. Relax. Give it time. Sometimes in that moment ain't the time to talk. Y'all too heated. Y'all too angry. Like, listen. Let's just do something else right now. We'll revisit this later when we're not so mad and angry. And you sit and you talk to your man. And you compromise with your man. Meet in the middle. Get the problems on the table. Work them out. That's what you're supposed to do, especially if you're married or if you're in a relationship that's going to lead to a marriage. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be running around gossiping, like the dude is some random bum on the street. That's your dude. Especially if y'all got kids. That's your child's father. You're not supposed to be doing that. You know? And that's something that a lot of women really got to tighten up. I know that from experience. I know that from other people's experience. That's some sound advice, ladies. Tighten your thing up. You know what I mean? Loose lips sink ships, like they say. Sometimes you gotta learn to be private. Handle things between you and your man. It's not everybody's business, because that's just gonna have a snowball effect to make things worse, even as you guys rekindle. Because you guys rekindle. You guys worked it out. You guys are back in love. Now you gotta convince all these people that you done tainted that he's a good dude again. Because you went around running your mouth and making things hard. Keep that in mind, ladies. Keep that in mind. Respect your man, honor your man, and be private with y'all's situations. And trust me, you'll have a better relationship. Okay? It'll be smoother and easier when it comes to you and your man and your friends and your family and coworkers and whoever. It'll be a smoother thing because it's nobody's business. And the thing is this, you run into people who got their own problems. Imagine you run into a coworker that is cheating on her husband, but you telling her about your man when she is a dog her damn self. That's why you got to be mindful. Keep your business to yourself. Keep your business to yourself. Anyway, like always, like, share, subscribe, help get the viewership up. Okay, help get us flowing in the algorithm. This is the APP, the Anthony Presley Podcast, the show where we discuss everything. We're going to be touching on everything, right? No holds barred show. Everything is out the box. Until next time, peace.